I like this room a lot. It's sort of silly, but it has teeter-totters in it, and I just think that's funny. Anyway, this is like probably the most obscure thing in the game I've seen so far. You have to go down here, which I think that's pretty clever, but you have to get yourself Z targeting so you won't surface by pressing A, and you'll instead make sure you're doing a rolling attack, and you'll roll into that and break it. And I mean, I think breaking boxes like, or barrels and crates like that is already a little bit shoddy since it's sort of glitchy. But doing it underwater as a Zora who is normally supposed to surface sort of takes the cake, but yep, that's another stray fairy, pretty simple. I found that on my own for what it's worth, and I reasoned how to do it on my own. Maybe all of these are just repressed memories of my youth that I just remember when I get to, but I really sort of start drawing a blank on the game after Woodfall. I mean, I hardly even remembered Woodfall, and then I remember there was like that big pillar in the snowhead, but yeah, it's not like I have memories of this. When I first played through this, I was a lot younger, and I didn't really do much thinking on my own. I just sort of followed the guide. I remember the Bomber Notebook stuff a lot better, for what that's worth. Even a dumb kid like Baby Cthulhuigi was able to appreciate the good storytelling in this game, I think. Shoof. And die, Bombchu. This level has a lot of Bombchus in it for no real reason. I guess they're just enemies that inexplicably can crawl on a wall. And this is another sort of cool thing you can do with the Zora Link you might not think of. Because he's not all fat like a Goron, he can climb up slightly higher than Link can that way. And now you can get up here and not fall off. That would be a bit of a bummer, since I'd have to refreeze those things to get back up here, I think. But you found Stray Fairy number 13, and there are 2 in the room where you go fight the boss, and that's it. Anyway, one last frozen thing, and it lets you get your way out. I didn't show it off, but there was only one entrance to that last room I was in, and it was with highly pressurized water, so not a good time. Not a good time. And we're back in here. And we're back in here. And finally, very last room. And dang, this dungeon fell into place pretty quickly. I did everything sort of accidentally. Yep, there's... Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't do that just yet. I didn't do that last time either. Hopefully I'll work that out. But that gives me a chance to grab another stray fairy that might have caused problems otherwise. Hint, it wouldn't have. Yeah, it's in the exit. So it sort of forces you to exit except for the part where it doesn't. And dead-on. Well, that was unusual. Yeah, there are a few places where you can sort of glitch out the Zora. So, maybe we should all take this as a lesson about not giving up so easily, and that's really all there is to say about the matter. Yeah, that was a bit, I mean, I'd say embarrassing, but that would involve feeling emotions, which I can't really do all that well, so I'm going to say that was inconvenient. I sort of forgot about that bit. Anyway, you've already seen all the stray fairies. There's still that one down there that got itself stuck in a bubble that I need to probably pop again since I left the room. But we have done all of the water puzzles, and now it's a simple hop, skip, or a jump to the boss room. And if I can find the... Okay, the fairy's down there. No way I'm going to be able to pop that from up here. Oh well. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked out very well. Sort of have to do that as a Zora. And I'm awful at aiming the Zora boomerang. I mean, I'm awful at aiming the regular boomerang, but the Zora... Well, I mean, you have twice the chance of hitting stuff, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know, I like the Zora. It's pretty cool. If it could move as fast as the Goron, it would be my favorite transformation, but Goron being so speedy sort of makes it win, as well as the fact I like Gorons. I mean, I like Zora too. It's sort of a toss-up between me which species I like more. As a kid, I always sort of liked fire-type things better than water-type things, but I also liked water-type things, just not as much. But yeah, I mean, I always tended to like fire-type things way too much when I was a kid, so it feels weird for me to think that I would like anything but the Gorons the best, but oh, I'll be quiet for the boss cutscene. And I probably shouldn't need the Great Fury Mask anymore. Also, this cutscene takes too long. It's almost as bad as GOT. And yeah, screw being quiet. There's something swimming around. Maybe it's one of those big old bony fish fellers. Pushed down that seaweed awfully hard. Oh dear, he's looking at the main platform. I'm on the main platform! No! Anyway, yeah, this is like probably the most grotesque of the bosses. And that is not masked. I'm sorry, it's just not. Unless it's in full body armor to go along with that mask, it is not masked. And I'm fairly certain it's not in full body armor. Anyway, I only need the arrows and Zora for this boss. It's a little more simplistic than GOT. I thought there were multiple ways to kill it, but there weren't really. You need to stun it with the arrow, go down and do like that as a Zora. I assume you could punch it too. Only hard part is if you're in the water when it's not stunned, it will eat you very fast, and you need to be good at getting out of the water with only 2 tries before pulling yourself up slowly. It works best if you do the dolphin leap type method, but he's not too bad since his not very wide open to attack style that the other bosses in this game had. He only takes a few hits. Yep, that's what you want to do. I almost died the first time I fought him, but that was because I was being dumb. Yeah, if you stay on the main platform for too long without shooting him, he'll ram into it to knock you off. And if you're near the sides of it, it'll work. Anyway, it must be a female. It almost looks robotic, and that would sort of make sense with the theme of this level, because I guess it would, and then that would explain how it has a mask, but I don't know. And yet another boss that is clearly based on some kind of animal that is not the one that was referred to like a beast, like Odolwa was. Yeah, the only boss that really anyone seems to know about is Odolwa. No one really, and the 4th boss, but I won't get into that yet because there's a lot of interesting story type stuff going on there. Anyway, I think 1 more hit and he's done, maybe 2 more hits. Hard to say. Not very many hits. And also, I feel like he may have inspired Big Shark, the ghost or whatever, from Super Mario. Ah! Okay, that freaked me out. I forgot he did that. But yeah, I think he sort of inspired Sharkbone or whatever from Super Mario Galaxy, because they both spit out babies and are possibly robotic fish. I guess undead and confusing graphics aren't really undead, but yeah, that seems organic to me, and it seems like the mask you pry off of him is actually his face. I don't know, am I the only one who sees that? Also, his death is sort of funny. Yeah, it doesn't look like any kind of explicit mask, and I can't tell if his babies turned into regular fish, or if he left 3 hearts where he died. I think that's what happened. Don't know what happened to his babies. Heart container! Excuse me, only 5 heart container, or, yeah, 5 hearts left. You've seized Gyorg's remains, and you have just freed the innocent sphere. This is our master, the body of the evil Gyorg.